Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Sara and today I'm sharing a Scandinavian inspired girls bedroom makeover. I wanted to begin by showing you the room as it was before. As you can see, it was a very bright green, which we loved when our daughter was younger, but she's been asking for a room that feels more her for a long time. We started by doing a huge declutter. She decided she didn't really want anything in her desk, and then she created a Pinterest board with her ideas of how she wanted her room to look. She's 10 and she wanted something more mature as she becomes a teenager, and she definitely wanted a Scandinavian neutral palette. When she told me the feeling she wanted, she said Scandinavian, modern, and hygge. I've definitely rubbed off on her. Before I get too far, I wanted to thank Mapiful for collaborating on this video. If you haven't heard of Mapiful before, they create beautiful, customized maps online. The maps are printed on heavy, museum-grade paper. I was really impressed at how nice this print came out. I chose a map of Portland, Oregon, which is where we live. But you could also choose to have a map of your honeymoon destination, a favorite vacation spot, or just somewhere you'd like to go. Besides street maps, you can also create a star map, a zodiac chart, or text art. The cool thing about Mapiful is that the details are fully customizable. You can choose a location that's meaningful to you, and you can change the headers on the bottom to read as you'd like them to. You can choose a location that's meaningful to you. My husband and I went to Paris for our honeymoon 15 years ago, so I'll use that as an example. You can change the headers to read our honeymoon instead of the actual name of the location as well. You can also change how the map's centered. You could zoom in and out as you please. Mapiful also has many styles of map to choose from. I chose the Nara theme because I thought it was the most Scandinavian and neutral of the choices, but you can change the color and feel based on your own decor style. They also have several frame choices as well. We chose the natural wood frame for this room. My daughter really loves this map and she's glad that we chose to hang it in her room for the room makeover. It fits the Scandinavian modern style she was going for. I'll put a link in the description box for Mapiful if you're interested in getting your own. Thanks again to Mapiful for the beautiful map. My big splurge for this room makeover was this chair from Urban Outfitters. It's bamboo rattan and I love it. When I was a teenager, I had a big chair in my room and it was always a favorite spot for my friends to hang out in when they were visiting. One of the nice things about this chair is that it's big enough to sit cross-legged in, or lay in, I guess. That was a big selling point for me, and that the cushion covers zip off so they can be washed, which is important for a room with kids and pets. The chair makes a nice little reading nook next to the big windows. It's a super cozy spot. We also chose some new bedding from IKEA. This is a white textured duvet cover in sham. I think it's called Ophelia Voss. I'm sure I'm butchering the Swedish. I'll try to put links for everything down below. It's got a nice texture and it's a beautiful bright white. I'm honestly a little nervous about everything being white, but so far it's worked out okay. The nightstand is one that was in the room before. I think we picked it up 11 years ago at our grocery store, Fred Meyer. I'm considering repainting it, but for now it works. The artwork on top is from Society 6. I originally bought this to put in our bathroom, but I think it works well in this room. In the corner next to the closet, we hung this round mirror. This is from Target and was pretty reasonably priced. My daughter does ballet and needed a spot to do her hair, so this little area outside her closet was a great spot. This is the view opposite the closet and the bed, and we kept this big bookshelf that was in my childhood home. My daughter hates the color of it, but with a more neutral color palette, it seems to work a little better. She went through her giant book collection and kept only the books she really wanted in her room, which left some room for styling her shelves with some pictures and vases. This light switch cover doesn't exactly fit the style of her room, but I wanted to keep it because my daughter loves it, and it adds a little bit of quirkiness to the room. Because the room's so neutral, I didn't want it to be without some personality, so little things like this keep it from looking too much like a showroom. A funny story, when I first put everything together and I was kissing my daughter goodnight, she said to me, "Mom, I feel like I'm sleeping in one of the rooms in IKEA." I know it was a compliment, but it made me laugh. On the bottom shelf, we put these rope baskets to hold some of her Legos, stuffed animals, and other toys. To the left of the bookshelf is this smaller shelf which holds the fish tank. My daughter really didn't want this in her room either. She just didn't like the way it looked, but for now it's the only spot in the house we have room for it. Plus, I think the fish are kind of peaceful. We also hung this curtain over her closet. It was open before, which did make the room seem bigger, but she wanted to have more privacy in the closet, so this seemed like an easy solution. Originally, there was a door on the closet, but we took it down because it got so cold in the closet in the winter time, and it's nice to let some of the light in the room through the closet window. And there's some limited hanger space on the left, as well as a spot for her hamper. And then behind the door in the closet, we have a few hooks for her necklaces, purses, and backpack. Finally, I wanted to show you this little before and after of the room. The room's not 100% finished, but it definitely fits my daughter better as she becomes a teenager, and for now, she's very happy with it. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, I would love it if you'd consider hitting that subscribe button. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Bye!